Right, what do we have? We have full house. This is, whoa, 70. Look at the advanced decline ratio. Look at the surge on the Nifty, and a market which was really large cap stocks which were lazy and they were in hibernation. I think the tortoise, which we call them, the tortoise has become a bull, and they've started walking at the pace of a rabbit today. So large caps is where all the action and excitement is. Blink of an eye and it's just magic. New high, and it's a new high which has been made on style. And you made a new high which now is way past the previous high, which means that there is going to be a huge gap up start, and then let's say what happens after that. Second, banks. Banks is where the turn is evident. Large cap private banks across the board are in some kind of a it's a great start for them. Now let's look at Adani group of stocks, please, one by one. Adani Enterprises, Adani Ports, a whole host of Adani group of names, and all of them are up anywhere between 5 to 10%. That's where the excitement and action is. Now let's look at defense, railways, construction, PSUs largely, because that's the exciting space, and that's where I guess the binary risk of a 2024 election cycle has got completely diluted. So that's where I think the excitement is going to be captured. HAL, it's a tick there. Look at, we'll have to change the graphics perhaps slightly more quickly because a lot of rates are changing and a lot of exciting things are happening. Just pardon me, the all is just getting slightly lazy because so much of price change today is just having an effect. BEL, BHEL, Kochi Shipyard, Mazgaon Shipyard, all the anything and everything which is in the railways and which is in the defense space, I think is really is off to a great start. Aisha?
Yeah, it is. You pick up any stock within the PSU pack. Forget just defense and railways. Across the board, you are seeing a whole lot of green really built in on these names. But let's also focus on what the large caps are doing. Of course, I can see Adani Enterprises, Adani Ports, and I think for Adani Ports, the cargo volumes for the month gone by did post a handsome uptick. So there's that further fillip in terms of news flow as well for Adani Ports. But HDFC Bank, Reliance Industries, ICICI Bank, Infosys and ITC, the large cap underperformers, they also are moving up, which is why you're seeing a bigger medium move on the index. So it was a 1.5% move coming in for HDFC Bank, or nearly 2% actually, 1.5% up in the green for Reliance, and then ICICI Bank also over a 2% move is what that stock is currently seeing in trade. So in tandem with the rest of the market, these cases are not really standing solo in the queue. They're all on the green side right now. Let's address some newsmakers as well while we're at it. Hero MotoCorp, the total November sales saw an uptick of about 20.6% on an overall basis. The domestic sales have risen about 25.4%, 2% higher for Hero MotoCorp, which has been the most charged up along the stocks in this series gone by. Eicher Motors as well, Royal Enfield sales have seen an uptick of 13%, exports uptick of about 2%. That's looking strong. There's of course Tata Power. They're looking at acquiring Bikaner-Nimrana transmission project. The estimated cost is around 1,500 odd crore rupees. Tata Power holding up 2% as we speak right now. I want to now address what's happening within the entire newly listed universe. What is Tata Technologies doing? IREDA, Gandhar Oil. What are these new debutants from the week gone by up to? Tata Tech finally seeing some signs of a crack build in. That stock is down 4.5%. IREDA is currently higher by 3% as we speak right now. So good start, a lot of expected lines. Kunal, what's your first reading?
Yeah, I think it's a very good start again for the index. We are above that 20,500 mark, which is again a good psychological hurdle and should also probably fuel more put writing onto the index. So hopefully that 20,500 mark, if we sustain about those levels for the first hour or so, then I believe that we could see a stronger put writing that could act as a base for the index going forward. In terms of the opening trade, Tata Motors is something which looks attractive and would be keen to buy the stock even at current levels of 700 plus.
All right, let's get in your take then. And you've got all Nifty 50 stocks, Naresh, that are in the green. Adani stocks leading the way. Anything particular that's catching your eye on this stellar Monday morning? And run us through your first trade.
So overall, the whole market looks interesting given the breakout move. Would be waiting out for a dip on ICICI Bank in the day to buy. like the stock, that could be the one which could actually lead and go towards a new all-time high quickly.